My name is Ron Ortiz. I'm a graduate student at UNLV. I'm here today with four of my fellow graduate students to provide a case briefing on an important U.S. Supreme Court case. This case set an important precedent for lower courts and serves as a guide in how the courts handle structured settlements under bankruptcy law. Zuzewski versus Jevic Holding Corp. Was a Supreme Court case decided in 2017 that centered on one of the most important issues in recent memory focused on U.S. bankruptcy law. Jevic Transportation, Inc. was a trucking company headquartered in New Jersey. In 2008, the company filed for bankruptcy under Chapter 11 of the Bankruptcy Code. At that point, it owed approximately $73 million to its senior secured creditors and general unsecured creditors. When it became clear that the liquidation of assets would not be enough to cover the company's liabilities, the lenders seized control of the company and sought to find a settlement with creditors. The company was sued by a group of its truck drivers for violating the Worker Adjustment and Retraining Act, better known as the WARN Act, which required the company to provide a 60-day notice to workers before they were laid off. This violation of state and federal law resulted in the workers receiving a judgment of over $15 million. Under bankruptcy law, this claim against the company's assets was a first priority claim. These priority claims would generally have primary standing over secured and unsecured creditor claims under bankruptcy law. In addition, the company was also sued by creditors, hoping to recover some of the money they loaned the company. The lender-owner negotiated with creditors and agreed to a structured settlement that would end the bankruptcy case and provide available funds to partially cover claims for secured and unsecured claims. However, the structured settlement negotiated amongst the creditors specifically excluded the primary claims of the truckers. The truckers objected to the structured settlement on the grounds that their claims were first priority claims under bankruptcy law, and therefore the structured settlement required their approval. This was the fundamental question for the court to decide. Can a bankruptcy court authorize a distribution of settlement proceeds in a manner that does not comply with the Bankruptcy Code's priority distribution laws? The bankruptcy court said yes and approved the structured settlement. The case then was appealed to the Federal District Court, the Third Circuit Appeals Court, and ultimately the U.S. Supreme Court. Up next, Kalyani will pick up the briefing with appellant arguments to the U.S. Supreme Court.